Hi guys!
Hello everybody.
Today we're gonna do a different type of vlog. We're gonna do a sit-down vlog, answering questions. It's gonna be in English so more people understand. The guest is Funor, my brother. He's a student at Tetr College of Business, which, if you don't know, would you like to introduce it?
So Tetr College of Business is a upcoming new university or college. Basically, we study business in 7 different countries and learning 7 different business models in each country. One business model per semester. Per country.
Yeah. So, if now you got a bit more into what he's doing, I want to ask you, how was your first year at Tetr College of Business?
It was an interesting year. It passed by pretty quick and fast. My first term was in Emirates, in United Arab Emirates in Dubai. And my second term was in India, close to New Delhi in Gurugram.
Nice.
Or Gurgaon.
So, tell us a bit about your background, why business, why Tetr College of Business?
So business, because I just want to become filthy rich and wealthy. I want to have a lot of money. I want to be able to buy a nice BMW. That's like my achievable goal. And my crazy goal is to buy an 812 Ferrari Competizione. So yeah, that's why business and Tetr College of Business, because my dad saw an Instagram reel and he was like, I want you to apply now. If I was not going to get accepted, I was going to go in Romania to University of Babeș-Bolyai, UBB, business. So, yeah.
Which is a big difference.
I would say so.
Yeah. Someone asked, how much does it cost? And do you pay the whole thing?
Well, depends. I received a scholarship. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this though.
Well, they said it in the reel.
Yes, I mean basically overall it's like $200,000 or 200,000 euros, but I pay by term and that's the whole price. But I have a scholarship. I don't know if I'm allowed to disclose that though.
No, you just say you have a scholarship.
I have a scholarship and I pay a lot less.
Yeah. Then.
Per term.
You've launched 2 businesses in 8 months. While also studying, how did you manage with the workload, pressure, all of those?
I mean, it's not that hard, or the workload, yeah, it is pretty big. But in each term and each business model, you have teams of maximum 6, minimum 4, I think, or 5. So the business workload is spread out throughout the team, and then the schoolwork that's on you. So it's not really bad. You still have time for yourself at the end of the day.
Okay, drop shipping. Yeah. Dubai. Can you explain a bit briefly to the viewers that don't know what's drop shipping?
Drop shipping is basically taking a product from China and selling it to people. It's e-commerce, online commerce, literally.
Good. What was your biggest lesson from operating a business in Dubai e-commerce space?
Bureaucracy sucks. Dubai is a really good, or the Emirates is a really good place to open up a business because of the tax laws, which are almost zero, or you don't get taxed on a lot of stuff, which you get taxed on in Europe. That's basically Emirates.
Does the business still work?
The dropshipping business does not work. We closed it because the bank, Stripe, typically was not accepting. I was the one in charge of it and I was trying to set it up. I tried to they asked for your passport picture. I tried multiple times with the Romanian one, then I also tried with my Hungarian passport, and they would just not accept it. And this was happening towards the end of the term. So basically we just didn't have enough time. And yeah, because 4 months, it is possible to start running a business, but not 100% properly.
Good.
So yeah, the business is closed, the dropshipping business.
Okay, so some questions that we got were, what were some challenges of opening a business in Dubai dropshipping?
It's not really hard if you have good mentors, but one thing which is a bit harder is the licensing and opening a bank account. Basically everything has to do with the government, even though in Dubai it is quicker or anything else, but the rest, we also had it was a bit shady with the supplying and the fulfillment of the products. It was a bit tricky. I'm just telling you guys not basic, but like surface level things to make it easy.
Are you thinking of opening a dropshipping business in the future?
Definitely, 100%.
You liked it a lot?
Yeah, not that I liked it a lot, but it's a good way of making money.
Mm-hmm. Now, moving on to India. Can you tell us or explain a bit what is a D2C business module which you did in India?
D2C stands for direct to consumer. It's almost as dropshipping, but just with more branding. And for dropshipping, everything is online, everything is digital. For D2C, you also have to go a bit offline. So yeah, it's just dropshipping, but on a bigger scale and more serious scale. It comes with more branding and more everything.
Can you tell us what product you sell?
In India, we tried to, and the guys are still trying to sell CMOS. If you guys don't know what that is, CMOS is an algae that grows in the ocean.
I think seaweed.
Seaweed algae that grows in the ocean, and it's packed with minerals and vitamins. It has 92 out of 102 essential minerals that your body needs for optimum running. And that's what we tried to sell, but because there was none of it on the Indian market, we had to build, and we still have to build, a lot of awareness for it to potentially grow properly. And yeah, sometimes we were basically market creators, and that is the biggest challenge of building awareness in the market for the product.
What were the biggest differences you noticed running a business in Dubai versus India, operationally and culturally as well?
The people in Dubai, we didn't really have to do a lot with people in real life. In India, yes, mostly. The difference is the government. You go from barely almost zero tax to insane amount of tax in India. I'm talking about like import tax can be above 40%, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know exactly, but because we had to import our CMOS in the beginning, I mean that's what we were planning to do. But then we found a local manufacturer who did CMOS. Culture-wise, complete different people in the Emirates, because we didn't really run the dropshipping business, or we didn't make any sales because we didn't launch it. We weren't able to start it. I don't know exactly about the Emirates, but in India, there's a big buying power. India's broken into like 4 tiers: tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4. Tier 4 being like the poorest, uneducated people, and tier 1 being the top 10% of the population, like top 5% or 10% of the population, which are like filthy rich. And yeah, usually top tier 1 and tier 2 are the ones that are into like buying stuff online and things like this.
You answered, I think, one of the Edward's questions. Did you sell products in India, and did you collab with local suppliers or?
In the beginning, local, because it was cheaper. Then we were planning on importing it from, if I'm not mistaken, Vietnam. because they were growing CMOS and we were trying to sell CMOS gel and gummies. Firstly gummies, and yeah, they were the one that were making it, so we tried to import that after.
Okay, was it necessary to register a legal entity to sell products there? And do you still have the business open in India?
The business in India is still open, yes. You do need to have a legal entity. I'm not sure if you have to set it up in India, but we did have it set up in India under one of our Indian teammates. We had 2 Indian teammates, and on one of them we also had the bank account set up and the business entity set up on his name.
How did you live in 2 cultural different market shapes? Your understanding of customer needs and market strategies.
Who asked this question? Okay, so the customer needs are different again because we weren't able to completely start the dropshipping business, and it was supposed to be run in the Emirates, but I had a lot of classmates who were selling it in America, but they were just running it from Emirates or had it set up in the Emirates, United Arab Emirates. The marketing strategy is a bit similar, but for dropshipping, it has to be something that is very impulsive. It's an impulsive purchase, something that you will like buy once and then you have to like use it and then maybe you rebuy it. The chances of that are like really low. For D2C, direct to consumer in India, the marketing is a bit similar, but you try and target it or make something that it's more of a repeat purchase, maybe like a supplement, or depends what you want to sell for D2C. But D2C comes with a lot more branding compared to dropshipping, which again is the same answer. But yeah, similar marketing strategies. You just Facebook ads for both dropshipping and D2C.
What kind of mindset switch did you have to make when operating in such business environments?
Bounce back from failure as quick as possible. Keep going. Don't try and not stop. If you do stop or you find something which is very difficult, ask for help. There are mentors which can help you, or there are a lot of people which can help you. In our case, other classmates which probably maybe set up the business quicker, they were able to help us. Mindset wise, also do your tasks. I mean, yeah, if you're assigned something, do it. Yeah, don't neglect it unless there is a problem. But if there is a problem, bring it to your team. And yeah, just keep pushing, keep doing it. Also, don't fall in love with your product.
Why? Can you elaborate?
Because if you fall in love with your product and the business is just going downhill and keeps going down and keeps going down and keeps going down, you will not let it go. And that is horrible. Don't do that to yourself, even though you don't fall in love with your product.
But if you fall in love with your product, then aren't you gonna sell it?
In these business models, in dropshipping, it's a completely advised to not fall in love with your product. If it's not performing, then you have to switch it. Or D2C, so.
What is one moment where you seriously thought about giving up, and what pushed you through?
It was probably in Dubai, because as they know, I usually call them on FaceTime and I whine a lot, to them, but I still try and get things done. So you just get pissed. I got pissed, I sat down, I did it, and then it just felt really good to get something done. It makes you feel accomplished.
But how was it opening a first business and all of those falls that you had to?
It was interesting because I took charge of the license and the bank account. The license, it took a bit of time because again, it was a harder process to set up, And then you have to keep asking people, like, be consistent with it. Don't let it just die. And yeah. Wait, did I answer your question?
Yeah.
What was your question?
Well, how was it to open like the first business?
Yeah,
And
it's a bit hard, but not that hard. Everybody can do it, even a 16-year-old. He could do it, but he will need an adult. So if you're 18, you can open a business, even in Romania. I'm 100% sure. If I would really want to, I could go tomorrow and try and open a business. Yeah, it's possible. It's doable.
How do you stay motivated and focused when juggling academic, startups, and living in 2 countries in a space-time of 8 months?
You don't really find motivation. I mean, yes, you do, because if you crack this business model, you can just start making money at such a young age. That's one of the motivators that you can have, but it's amazingly hard because you're far away from home. You're stuck in a culture which you probably hate or you don't like, or it's completely opposite of what you thought of, or the climate is just messing with you because you don't really enjoy it because of what you were used to. You're stepping out of your comfort zone, but the motivator is that you could crack it. And also the people that you're stuck with, because we're stuck with the same classmates for the next 4 years, 3 years now. So they can also motivate you. Again, ask to just talk to somebody, and also depends who's in your team. There's always good energy in the team. Any team that you have in Tetr, usually there's a good energy there. So yeah, you find the motivation once you sit down with your team, and start working, usually or mostly.
Did you have a good energy in your first team in Dubai and in the second team?
You have ups and downs in any team and every team, but it comes down to you as an individual, and it comes down also to the other individuals in your team, if they want to do it or not. And that's about it.
What's your ultimate goal as a young entrepreneur, and how do you see the college experience helping you get there?
This college experience is pretty eye-opening towards the world. You get to learn a lot of different things, cultures, business models, that's one. How different governments run, what country has different tax laws and everything. It's a pretty good learning and doing experience. So it really shapes you as not just as an entrepreneur, but as a person as well. You go through a lot of experiences, so maybe the smallest things won't affect you as much anymore as the bigger ones. My ultimate goal is to finish college, go through those 7 different business models, and then after I finish college is to stick to one of those business models that I find most that suits me or I like the most, and then do it and get rich. And buy Yem Cinci.
Yem Cinci.
BMW M5.
What have you learned most in these 8 months, and in what country?
I've learned the most in India, without a doubt. But also in Dubai. In Dubai, I learned to be patient and tolerant. You build in India because of in Dubai, because of one of my experiences. I was able to learn to be very patient with things, and in India, you just almost, it's like you try and survive. But there you learn as well how to say no to things, how to bargain. That's one. In India, you really need to learn how to bargain, because they are great bargainers. And India is more of it builds your skill set as a human, not necessarily as an entrepreneur, but as a human. It's like a fight or fly,
Mm-hmm.
fly or flight, no, fight or fly
Yeah.
type of energy.
If you could give one piece of advice to another first-year student wanting to start their own business, what would it be?
It's gonna be really hard, and you might feel like giving up on the first day, because on the first day I got to Dubai, because I had an interesting experience there. In my first day, I called my mother crying that I want to go back home, and she was like, you just can't do that. So anything that you can have a control over, control it. Everything that you can't control, don't let it bother you. That's my piece of advice, and just keep going forward. Don't
What
stop.
if you quit? Would you regret it now?
Yeah, because it's not like, the opportunity cost is huge to quit. You get to see 7 countries, you get to live 4 months in each country, you get to almost see the whole experience of one country, almost, not fully but mostly, and it's just, you just learn so much. Who do you know from your circle that has been to India for 4 months and lived there, survived and came back?
Survived it.
Exactly. So it's like, there's a level to it.
What country are you excited most about?
Ooh.
And can you tell the countries that you're gonna go to, so the viewers know and get an
So
understanding?
my next country is gonna be Singapore. After that, it's gonna be Ghana. After that, it's gonna be either Argentina or Brazil. After that, it's gonna be the United States of America. And then the last year, it's gonna be Italy. To be honest, my next year is gonna be pretty interesting. Singapore and Ghana, it's gonna be an interesting experience. But I think what I look most forward to, I don't know. Argentina for the baddies. No, I'm joking. But
For the baddies.
I genuinely don't know, because for India I set no expectations, and the cultural shock wasn't that huge because I didn't set any expectations for it. So I don't really know, because I've been to America, I just haven't been to South America, or I haven't been to Ghana, but I have been in Africa. Singapore, I have never been that far in Asia, so I don't know. I don't know. I look forward to all of them.
Where can the listeners follow your journey and learn more about your businesses?
You guys can follow me on Instagram. I had an older account which got hacked in India. So, and that one is at Hunor_SZ. If you find that account, please report it. It's hacked. I'm not on it. But usually I don't post a lot, but some things, or mostly I use Instagram. So you can follow me on my new account, which is at Hunor_UV.
UWE.
UWE. Yeah.
Thank you for agreeing to this.
Thank you for having me.
Hopefully we're gonna do one, we could do one each year and see, but at the end, hopefully we can do like a whole experience. How was it?
Yeah, and then maybe in 5 years, who knows, maybe you're gonna see me with a BMW M5 or
Stay
a
tuned.
Ferrari 812 Competizione. Who knows? We'll
Milano.
see. Oh, Italy's gonna be amazing.
Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye bye.
Ooh.